This is the demo of the application intent proof of concept. So the system is based on this diagram. We have shaped UI or simple UI that resembles shape. There is an IDE to create a source code currently in Groovy. There are some missing pieces. There is no proper packaging yet, and there is no service store. And it is running in the real mini Mesos actually, not mini Mantle. And later we will add, so there is something we call for now infograph, but there is a system that is not embedded within Mesos, but running on a higher level that will translate it into multiple calls to create containers on Mantle. Actually, again, we are not using Mantle, but just native Mesos. So this is basically the diagram, and this is the code we are using. It starts with loading some libraries, and this is just normal Groovy code. We can say I'm starting 2 containers with this configuration for one server, and there is also another server called DB with some other configuration, and obviously we can use libraries and just complex logic to create very complex behavior without understanding internals of Mesos. So this is the Groovy file I'm going to use in a demo to upload, to define a framework. So I can create a framework, can give it a name, app1 for example, and choose the Groovy file I just showed. When I click upload, we get the application intent configuration. Now, right now it's not draggable yet, but we can adjust it using sliders for soft and hard limit. And once we are ready, we can deploy the system. Now, the Groovy code will be translated in a bunch of calls to create containers on Mesos, on mini Mesos actually, that is used to run this whole system. So it takes about 20 to 30 seconds, and now we have our application. So if we go in, we see the actual state of the system. So you can see what's going on inside. There is a task launched right now, so we will soon see this task starting. So right now we have the application intent of the system, or capacity definitions on the left side. You can click on it, and also later we can actually adjust the configuration. And the green area inside the appintent shows actual use of system. Then we can switch back to the system, and in a moment we will see the first containers showing up. Alright, so the task is starting. Okay, we're finished with starting tasks, and they will show up in the UI in a few moments. Yes, so here is the first container, and then we can start scaling to simulate higher load on the system, and the system will start adding more resources to so you can see that the use of resources is bigger, and more users means more containers at some point. Yeah, so here the containers showing up. So over time we will add more. So more load we create on the system, more containers showing up, and more load will be shown on the appintent diagram. So also we will add more machines to the system, and that's more or less the first prototype. Yeah, so it's not perfect. It's quite far from perfect, but this is a really functional, fully functional system that can take the actual Groovy code and translate it to a functional service. Now, functional service may be something like a Mesos, or comparable to Mesos framework. So imagine Elasticsearch framework or even Elk framework built in about 100 lines of Groovy code. That's basically the goal. Thanks. That's it.